Hey there, welcome to part 2 of the Airship Glitch Guide. The next major plot point is the opera, so we're going to take our two Moogles and Terra right there. What could possibly go wrong? Apparently lots of things. So there are a lot of free states in the opera. This will also repair Celeste's sprite so that she looks like herself now. It will not repair her stats in any way. She is still a Moogle named Kutan. She will just look like herself. And that has to do with the way that it loads her dress in. When she goes into the opera, it loads a new sprite, adds a dress. Then when she comes out of the opera, it loads her original sprite again. For the sake of brevity, I've sped a lot of this up, and I am going to skip a couple of the free states because they are very similar to ones that I'm showing. This right here is an invisible sprite that I'm in control of. If you walk out to the opera with the invisible sprite, you will get a free state, although this is recoverable because it's not a real free state, it just doesn't allow you to continue the opera, and the opera will time out. Now I'm talking to her with Terra as my sprite character on the field, and instead of giving me an invis character, it allows me to continue talking to her. Terra will eventually go out the door. And when that happens, Terra's sprite will be replaced by Celeste's sprite, because Celeste is now the party leader. Celeste is assigned to the party leader slot. So whenever she is added to your party, she becomes the leader. Same thing will happen here with Locke. Although I'm doing this with the invisible sprite. Continue to talk to her, continue to push the screen down. Now this time I'm going to assign Terra to the first slot. This will lock Celeste out of the party. She will now not have a slot to enter when she becomes assigned to the party. This will make her stand at any doorway that you walk out of. Every single time you move from one doorway to another, the out-of-party character will be standing at the doorway. At this doorway, if you talk to her again, it causes a freeze state. So instead of talking to her again, what you need to do is trigger the same state where she is out of the party and walk back in the door with Terra, then talk to her again at the door, and she'll continue her script, and the script will work correctly inside this room. However, it will push you slightly outside of the map, and you will be able to walk around outside the map. And you'll see out here that you can see this guy. He looks embarrassed to be seen early. And some treasure chests. Part of this is Figaro Castle. It's the underground section of Figaro Castle, right there. It's really not that eventful out here. Just a lot of weird graphical glitches, and it freezes if you walk into certain places. But if you want to see the main attraction at the opera, you've got to trigger the same thing, except walk in as Terra. And you'll see that her sprite kind of breaks into a bunch of pieces. This happens because her sprite doesn't have the animations for the song, and so it just kind of loads garbage when it tries to load her animations. Unfortunately, the opera is incompletable as Terra, as you will be locked down here with no way to get up there or interact as Celeste. So if you want to complete the opera, you've got to take control of Celeste, walk her in there just as normal, finish the opera as normal. That's it. Stay tuned for more weirdness.